Now, ladies and gentlemen, CSGO's case problem. Cases the past 2 years have been more in demand than ever, which obviously lowers the supply and ups the price, simple supply and demand. But looking at some of these prices is absolutely insane. Us, the community, and also Valve, I don't think ever thought we'd get to this point. Currently, active duty drop pool cases have gone to the moon. Going back 5 years, cases 2 months after release would normally fall well below $1. Now, it's been well over a year since some of these newer cases came out, like the Dreams and Nightmares recoil and even the Revolution case. And they're still hovering right at that dollar peak or well beyond it. Last month we had Chinese New Year and CSGO's only real content update in the past year, which has caused a lot of new people to come to the game and also having returning players. February of 2022 had the most amount of cases unboxed of all time. And well, that's exactly what I want to discuss in today's video. Why and how that happened, and saying a farewell to the 3-cent case days.
Now today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade.
Let's firstly discuss why these things went up and why so many were unboxed in the first place last month. There's only one real answer, and to sum it up for you, it's China. With all jokes aside, they did play a huge factor on why so many of these things were unboxed this past month, even all of last year. At the beginning of February of 2022, I made a few commentaries on Chinese New Year, which is a spiritual Chinese holiday. They also have spiritual animals as well. Last year it was Year of the Tiger, this year it was Year of the Rabbit. So in 2022, Karambit Tiger Tooths and whatnot went up a little bit, and also case unboxings and cases in general went up quite a bit in this time period, but it was nothing compared to this year. With CSGO's most recent content update with the Revolution case and the Espionage sticker capsule, alongside Chinese New Year, it was Recipes for Success, which that's something we kind of predicted last month, where it was going to be less of the skins going up and more of the unboxings. And it's not just cases either, it's also capsules. Stockholm, Antwerp, Rio, and hell, even RMR is going up a decent amount. And RMR is actually now profitable for most people. If you were to sell at this point, you're going to make a few cents on each capsule. And some of those stickers you've been holding on to, if you bought in a downtime or a dip period, you're going to be up quite a few dollars. On CSGO's market forum, the man who calculates all the unboxings every single month and has them in a chart gave us this for this past month to see how many were unboxed. Approximately 3.5 million clutch cases were opened, 1.3 million Prisma 2s, 3 million fracture cases, 2.5 million snake bites, 3.8 million, almost pushing 4 Dreams Nightmares cases, the most I've ever seen for one in particular case, that being the recoil at 5.742 million. And considering the Revolution case came out halfway through last month, there was over 1.3 million of these things unboxed, which is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Next month, we're probably going to see the clutch case down quite a bit and the Revolution case going up, mainly because people want those golds, but also the skins inside of them. That should level out a lot of the skin prices in that new case, for if you want to buy them to craft with them or just have them as a play skin. Going back to what we said at the beginning of the video, the 3-cent case days are over. I think it's safe to say they're never coming back either. The Dreams and Nightmares and recoil case have been out for almost a little over a year, and the quantity is extremely low for how long they've been out. Not to mention the price is over that 70-cent mark, which this, even dating back to 2 years ago, would have fallen drastically, but the demand is so high. Now, the most recent cases that were from that 3 to 10-cent mark, if you're buying or investing, or even to open, were the Danger Zone, but also the Fracture case. And well, as you can see on screen here, the Fracture case, the quantity anyway, is 144,000 at 32 cents. Danger Zone's at 104,000 at 30 cents. Though these do look really good, the quantity on their hand has also been removed a whole lot. One from unboxings, but also people just buying these up as an investment. And this is something we're currently seeing and will continue to see in the future. Things are getting bought up, invested into, and put into storage units so we can't see anything. Seeing how successful CSGO investments are becoming, just by you sitting on these things for the next couple of years, is only going to continue to part ways with the 3-cent case days and just cheaper investments in general. The revolver case is also something to note. This thing for the longest time was one of those 3-cent cases that no one really cared about, until China started unboxing this thing like crazy because they wanted that Karambit blue gem. With streamers, YouTubers, and well, China pumping this thing because people want that blue gem, which there's horrible odds, it's gone to 86 cents with only 26,000 of these things left on the market, when just a couple years ago there was a few 100,000, if not millions, and were one of the cheapest and also crappiest cases to buy and open in game. Now, as it goes for investing into these cases, I would personally stay away from the active duty drop pool cases. We don't know how long those will last in the game. Personally, it depends how successful they are if I had to guess. When something is a top performer like the clutch case, there was a reason it was in the game for 5 years. It was the money-making case for Valve. When people wanted to unbox cases, that's what they went for because the gloves were so expensive, yet they still still are, they're going to want to wait as long as possible to replace that. So it's going to be in the after duty drop pool for a very long time. And well, with that, something new could come along, like the Revolution case, drop the clutch case price, or in this instance, raise the price quite a bit. But over time, I think this is going to fall because it's going to give no real incentive for anyone to unbox this. As it goes for buying into the cheaper cases on the market right now for that 30 to 40 cent mark, if the skins are really good looking, high in demand, people like to craft with them. For an example, the Snakebite case with the AK slates, I really don't think those are never not going to be in demand. Very similar to the Redline. It's a very basic AK, so you can pretty much put whatever sticker craft or stickers you want on it. And of course, the golds matter quite a bit, which is a big reason why the Fracture case is up so much right now. As it goes for selling, if you've been looking for an opportunity and reason to get out of CSGO, now is the time, especially with all these big pumps recently. But if you have no reason to, you don't need to, just remember you don't profit or lose until you sell. So just keep that in mind. That pretty much wraps up today's video on the current status of the CSGO case market with how many are unboxed, what cases are good to invest in, also explaining the supply and demand issue that we've been having with them this past year. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.